This morning I was playing around with some ideas for different papers in collage, and what I did is I took a magazine page out of National Geographic and I sanded the words back. And then what I did is I took a baby wipe and some white acrylic, and then I brushed over it. I kept these dates that were in here where it shows, May 10th and May 20th and May 23rd, because this is actually a document about, watching the elephants here. But I like those dates, that are in there. So with that, and then when I sanded it, it kind of sanded off there. So I have these, and then I thought, well, what would happen if I put this on my scanner bed and scanned it, and then I would have this where I could see it, see what stands out, here. So this is interesting to see that. And then I have another copy of it, made a couple of those. And then what I did with this is I took that copy and laid these transparencies on top of it. And then I got this kind of paper here with the writing and then the words behind there. After that point, I was like, well, if this turns out good, then what I need to do is actually save this and use this again. So then I made another transparency on there. And so this is, it turned out quite well in here. To use. So I have reference. That's what my transparencies are reference. And then I can pull this out just like I did this one here and reutilize these and lay those on top of them to make some papers for my collage work in the background. I'm looking at the black and white. I don't know what's going on. Maybe try to, play with that a little bit. And this makes it interesting because there's words in back and then words on top of there. And then I can also put an image transfer on top of there. So build up those layers. But just thought I'd share that today. A little bit of a dilemma to figure out this morning. These are the papers that I've been working with that I shared about sanding them and out of a National Geographic and working in black and white. Now, the thought about this piece is this right there. It says the Ivory Wars, because these papers were taken from National Geographic, and National Geographic's got some great color, great photographs, but you have to watch how you use them. So in this piece, I'm doing the black and white. I've done a glazing over it. There's some wonderful visual texture along with all the sanding that I've done. And now I want to bring in the elephant. And so I have an image of an elephant here that I've been playing with, and it's on a transparency. This way I can kind of place it around to see where I would like to place this. But it's very detailed here, and I'm not sure if I want to have detailed there, how I want to express this as of the Ivory War and how the elephants, because people want the ivory, that they're actually killing off the elephants. So then I took the transparency and made another copy, and then I took sandpaper and sanded that to distort it to make it look a little faded. And so now I'm kind of placing that on there to decide if that's what I want, or do I want a more distinct elephant to be placed in there as of to make a statement, how strong and beautiful these creatures are, and the wars that are going on to kill them off for their tusks and that. So I'm debating and I'm playing around with it, and then preparing for an image transfer. These are computer copied, just black laser, and then I put 3 coats on there and 3 coats on this. So I'm going to prepare both of those. I'm not exactly sure which one I will use. I'm leaning towards the one with the most detail here, and put in there just to make a statement about that. So in order to do that, I take a little bit of the gloss medium, take my brush that's been sitting in the water, and now I am going to add another layer, because I had one layer before, and I'll let this dry. So this process does need a little time to slow down and to work through some of the thoughts. And it's early morning, so I'm doing this early before I get out and take my walk.